Hello and welcome everybody to the first early access event draft for myself. We just did a sealed deck, which admittedly didn't go so well, but I'm feeling a little bit better about draft here. So I want to hop straight into some Duskmourn draft, check out all the archetypes, check out all the mechanics, see how they work, and hopefully I can share that experience with all of you with at least one match win this time around. Now, before I head into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to make a purchase at the best prices, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want premium deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, hopping into the queue, let's fill this up. Let's win some matches. All right, here we go. Oh, we got some gamers in here too. How do we check the names? Just Lola, we got Preddy. Okay, anyways, I need to read the cards. What am I doing? Leyline of Mutation, no good. Ethereal Armor, no good, probably. Unwilling Vessel, 3 mana, 3/2 Vigilance, Eerie. Whenever an enchantment, you can when this dies, create a XX blue spirit token with flying, where X is the number of counters on the vessel. Okay. Untimely Manifestation, no. Brood Spinner, 2 mana for 2/3 reach, ETB Surveil 2. 6 mana, make a 1/1 insect equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, sure. It's a multicolored card, so I don't really want to first pick it. At common, I really like Spineseeker Centipede. So do I want to take Spineseeker Centipede and do the Delirium thing, or do I want to take Unwilling Vessel? 3 mana, 2/2, put a possession counter, and then when this dies, you get a... That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I'm going to take Spineseeker Centipede. I think Brood Spinner is better and more interesting, but I think the it's safer to take the Spineseeker Centipede first pick, because this just kind of keeps us open into drafting all the different color combinations, right? This is just a good card in all green decks. I'm assuming I'm taking this Green Worm. I don't know why it was passed to me. 5 mana for a 5/5 Trample Haste. It can't be countered. Delirium. Return Balustrade Worm from your graveyard to the battlefield with the finality. Okay. Come on. Must have been a double rare pack. We're going to slam Balustrade Worm here, though. Glimmer Seeker, 3 mana, 3/3, survival. If you don't control a Glimmer creature, make a 1/1 token. That's fine. This looks like Cryptic Coat, but it's not. When it ETBs, Manifest Dread, and then attach this. So it's a 3 mana, 2/2 flyer, Manifest Dread, and then you can equip. That's okay. Killer's Mask. When it enters, Manifest Dread, and then attach. So it's like, there's a cycle of these, I guess. One is Flying, one is Menace. Flying is obviously better. Osseous, Stick Twister, 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink, Delirium. I assume that's good. 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink with upside. But of course, we are going to slam the Balustrade Worm here and more or less lock in green. All right, here we have Valgavoth's Faithful. Sack it, return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so it's a reanimation spell. Defiant Savior, 3 mana, 2/3/2. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Defiant Survivor is tapped, Manifest Dread. I don't know how this is supposed to survive, so I don't think that card's very good. House Cartographer is interesting. It's a 2 mana, 2/2. If it somehow survived, I don't know how you tap things. There must be something. I just don't know how you do it. So I'm going to take another Centipede because I think this card is bonkers. Ticket Booth is also okay. I do think House Cartographer is probably okay, but I got to read the cards here to see how you're supposed to actually utilize the survival effect. But I want to go pretty hard on the Delirium stuff here and see if we can get a very, very perfect Delirium deck going. Red, green, or green, black are kind of the things, the color combos. Obviously, taking the black-green spider would have been nice. What is this? 6 mana, Miasma Demon enters. You may discard any number of cards. When you do, up to that many target creatures each get -2/-2 until end of turn. That seems like it can be quite nice. Patchwork Beetle. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. Can't attack or block unless you have Delirium. Ugh, that's not how I want to get Delirium. Grasping Longneck. 3 mana for a 4/2 reach. When it dies, you gain 2 life. So it's a nice defensive body. Cryptid Inspector, 3 mana for 2/3 Vigilance. Whenever face down permanent, he turns face up. Put a +1/+1 counter on Cryptid Inspector. I think it's between Grasping Longneck and Miasma Demon. I'm going to take the Longneck. It's an enchantment creature. It blocks flyers. It gains me life. I feel like this is a nice way to kind of help me get to Delirium while also surviving to the late game. The Miasma Demon, the thing is, like, you have to pitch cards to actually start pinging things down. And it commits us to a second color. Dashing Bloodsucker, 4 mana for a 2/5, Eerie. This gets +2/+0 and lifelink until end of turn. Fear of Failed Test, 5 mana for 2/7. When it deals combat damage, draw that many cards. That card's really, really interesting. Underwater Tunnel is also interesting. What's Bashful Beastie? 5 mana, 5/4, dies Manifest. That's fine. There's a Mountain Cycler. These black cards don't look that interesting to me. I guess I could consider maybe blue-green. I want to try this Fear of Failed Tests. I want to find a way to give this, like, unblockable. It's also an enchantment creature, and see if maybe blue-green is where we need to be. There is that common that, like, gives something unblockable and you draw a card. So I want to try to figure out something with that. I'm assuming I'm taking this. 2 mana for 2/3. At the beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Unless a permanent entered the battlefield face down under you. So if you manifested, you just draw a card. And it's a 2 mana 2/3 looter. Yeah, that card's fantastic. This card's fine. The Megalodon's fine. Terramorphic Expanse is obviously good. But yeah, I think blue-green is where we need to be here. Given that we saw the Oblivious Bookworm here, 6th pick. Leyline of the Void, obviously not what we want. Winter, Misanthropic Guide. 4 mana 3/4 Ward 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards. No thanks. Dashing Bloodsucker is fine. Friendly Ghost is fine. What do I want to take here? Stocked Researcher is not really something I want. Horde Vigor. Is this a good combat trick? I'll take the combat trick. It's my first trick. I haven't played with this one. Maybe it's okay. Target creature gets Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. Seems fine. Here, none of these. There's some combat tricks. I'm seeing infinite Dashing Bloodsuckers, but I guess I will take an Anthropede just as like a nice way to kill rooms. There's also this green-white land. I don't know how many colors I should be looking to be, but I will take the Anthropede here for my deck. Oh, Slavering Branch Snapper is great. I'll take that. All right, so green definitely seems pretty open here. Vanish from Sight is a decent combat trick. 4 mana, bounce something, Surveil 1. The Surveil 1's huge. So probably can not play the Anthropede here for now. We are a little bit top heavy, so definitely want to focus on the cheaper end of my mana curve now. So looking for more 2 mana cards, 2 mana plays if possible. I wonder with one Forest Cycler, do you play 16 lands? Or do you still play 17? But we have 2 5s that I kind of like. I don't really know what to take here. I'm not ever splashing this card, am I? Whatever. I'll just cut off the green cards. Not seeing infinite blue, but hopefully we can find the cheap stuff. Would like some way to just be able to try to get Delirium so that I can turn on my Spineseeker Centipedes. Like I said, though, this card's just fine without any help, or without much help. And honestly, I could have taken some of the other lands, just because with double Spineseeker Centipede, I can certainly look to splash a 3rd color for removal if I need. But with Oblivious Bookworm, I'm looking for Manifest cards. Ooh, double Land Cycler. With double Land Cycler and double Spineseeker Centipede, I can probably go down to 16 lands. Definitely need cheap things to play, so I think I just like Manifest Dread. It's just a 2-drop. 2 mana, Manifest Dread, works with Oblivious Bookworm, helps us get Delirium. I think it's just a really nice curve filler and something that I'd like in my deck. Don't really want Defiant Survivor. Let's take a look at this, though. 4 mana, 4/3. When you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. When it dies, okay, that doesn't seem that great in this format. Patch Plaything is a 3 mana 2/1 double striker. Vile Mutilator is very good. As an additional cost to cast, to sack a creature enchantment, 7 mana Flampler. When it enters, each opponent sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature. Trapped in the screen is a nice removal effect to splash 4. Enter the Enigma is the card I was talking about. That's good with fear of failed tests. Meat Locker is okay, but I'm just going to be responsible and take a nice 2-mana card for my deck as my curve is pretty high, and it helps me with Delirium. All right, Restricted Office, Lecture Hall. I can't cast Restricted Office. Other permanents you control have hexproof. I don't care about that. Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. This card is an awesome interactive spell. 2 mana to tap something down, and then for 6 mana, I can shuffle the creature and I get to manifest Dread. That seems awesome. So it's a nice, cheap interactive spell. Unless this card is awesome. 5 mana, 3/4 haste, survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if this is tapped, put 3 counters on this. On up to 1 target land. No, that doesn't seem... Beastie Beatdown is also quite nice, and something that I would consider splashing for with the double Spineseeker Centipede. But I'm just going to take Stay Hidden, Stay Silent here. Blue-green just doesn't have that much cheap interaction, and so I think this is as good as it gets here if you're going to be blue-green. This card better be good. Central Elevator. When you unlock the store, search your library for a room card. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1. Ugh. It's not good, sadly. I have 2 enchantments for this Unwilling Vessel. There's another Vanish from Spite. Norin. Don't really care about that. Glassworks as a splashed room. Do I want to do that? I'm going to take this Unwilling Vessel just because it's a cool blue uncommon and see if I just end up with enough enchantments and try to make that work instead of splashing the Glassworks for now. So let's take Unwilling Vessel, recognize... Like, if I just play, like, 1 enchantment, it's pretty fine. So... All right, moving on to this pack, looking at the blue and green cards. Erratic Apparition, 3 mana, 1/3 Flying Vigilance with Eerie. Doesn't seem very good. Moldering Gym is pretty nice. It ramps me and also manifests, which is cool. Say Its Name, 2 mana, mill 3 cards, then I can return a creature or land card. It's a little slow, but it does allow me to get Delirium, and that is what my deck's trying to do. Like, do I need... Like, Moldering Gym is just whatever. All right, I'm going to take Say Its Name here because I feel like this might be an important piece to just having something to play on turn 2 that gets me the Delirium for, like, my Spineseeker Centipedes and my Balustrade Worms. What is unable to scream. Enchanted creature lose all abilities and is a toy. It's an O2. Okay, so it's just like a pacifism effect. Cautious Survivor, 4 mana, 4/4. Okay, it's a 4 mana, 4/4. What does Nashi do? Whenever it deals combat damage, you mill. Okay, it's a 2 mana. It's not the type of card that you want to splash. I'm going to take Unable to Scream over Cautious Survivor just to have another cheap interactive spell. I don't think it's insanely good or anything, but I just want to have some more cheap interaction. Here, there's a Miasma Demon, but I will take another Say Its Name. What if I get... how many of these do I need? Exile this card and 2 other cards named Say Its Name from your graveyard. So I need to open an Altenac and get like 4 Say Its Names in my deck. Okay. All right, well, now we're at least looking for some Delirium cards and certainly looking for more cheap things to play. We have some nice expensive things here too. There's an Anthropede, but I already have one in my sideboard. There's a Creeping Peeper, but this does not seem like a good Creeping Peeper deck. The owner of target artifact or enchantment, this is a Diglamer. And then there's a Cursed Windbreaker, which is a Windrake type card. I'll take this, but I don't think this card's very good. It's a 3 mana 2/2 flyer. But it's an equipment, so I can like give something wings later. And not only that, it's a Windrake, but it's Manifest Dread. So maybe I try this out just to see. Like, the body is not particularly strong, but the fact that you can Manifest Dread, like, I can put this on my Fear of Failed Test, which is pretty nice. Could be nice. Now we have Meat Locker and Flesh Burrower. I'm just going to take the 2 mana 2/2 Death Touch creature just to have another 2-drop here for my deck. And Enter the Enigma is a nice addition. I want to just, like, live the dream here with the Fear of Failed Tests. And it's not a huge cost to put this in your deck anyways. I can even target my opponent's creatures. And it's just a sorcery to put in my graveyard for Delirium. Granted, we don't have a million Delirium cards here. Also, if I don't have like a lot of enchantments, I suppose I can cut this 3-drop as well. We'll slam the Branch Snapper. Am I supposed to just play like all of these? I guess the Megalodon is worse, much worse than the Branch Snapper. Not getting a lot of the good Signpost cards in this pack, though. All right, so got some interaction here. Got more than enough playable, so probably going to be cutting a fair amount of cards. We'll play the 4-mana 4/4, I guess. Would like a Bite spell or something? I guess Horrid Vigor is a card I can certainly cut as well. All right. This card's got to be good. Coordinated Clobbering. 1 green. Tap 1 or 2 untapped creatures you control. They each deal damage equal to their power to target creature in opponent controls. Wait, I have to tap my creature? That's not ideal. I mean, it's a removal spell. No great blue or green cards in this pack, though. I guess I take it just because it's a removal spell. And it doesn't force me to go into a third color. Like, Withering Torment is fine. But I guess I'll try this. Tap it, yeah. Like, I don't love the idea of tapping my untapped creature, but I guess if it kills something. There's a Leyline of Hope. There's a mana-fixing land. There's a Growing Dread, which I assume is what I'm taking. When it enters Manifest Dread, whenever I turn a permanent face up, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Yep. I don't have, like, infinite Manifest Dread. I have 1, 2... I only have 2 right now. But... it's a Flash Bear. Certainly going to take it here. How good is Unable to Scream? With all the sacrifice stuff, I feel like this is probably going to be worse than it looks. And Say Its Name might not be super good either if I don't have like a lot of Delirium cards. All right, what does this card do? 3 mana, 5/5 flyer. And as an additional cost to cast this spell, exile 6 cards from your graveyard. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, manifest. Oh my gosh! I'm assuming this is a removal spell. Yeah, it's a reanimation removal spell. Smoky Lounge. What am I doing? I'm going to take this. All right, well, now I'm definitely playing Say Its Name. Okay? I'm definitely playing Say Its Name. I need to get 6 cards in my graveyard. So this puts 3. This cycles. This loots. All right, I got to try this card. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's an unbeatable eye. Unbeatable Evil Eye. It's a Nomba with Delirium, I will say. But come on, this card, it's probably like a 5... it's probably like a 6-drop or a 7-drop, whatever. But it looks awesome. I'm going to try it. All right, moving on to this pack here. Another Misanthropic Guide. There's a Bear Trap, which is a pretty inefficient removal spell. I'm going to... when you unlock this door, Surveil 2... when you unlock the Manifest, so it's a 4-mana 3/3. All right, it doesn't seem very good. I probably won't play this. 4 mana for a 3/3 is not great. This card's a bomb, so I'm going to take it. Wicker Folk Thresher. 4 mana for a 5/4 Delirium. When you attack, if it's a land, you put into play. If it's not, you draw a card. This card's ridiculous. Twist Reality is actually totally fine too. I don't mind it at all, but Wicker Folk Thresher is insane. Gonna take another Growing Dread here. Okay, we're getting the blue-green cards at least from this direction. Double Growing Dread, Oblivious Bookworm. Very, very nice for us. I just want to take like everything that says Manifest Dread. What does Saw do? I don't want Saw. Don't really like equipment in general. This card's probably fine. 5 mana, 5/4 when it dies, Manifest Dread. But it's also probably filler. Don't really care about Erratic Apparition. There's a Glimmer Dust or a Glimmer Burst. Don't really care about this either. I don't have a bunch of Eerie cards. I guess I'd take another Flesh Burrower? Like 2 mana 2/2 Death Touch is just good. I just like that stat line. Am I overvaluing this? I don't know. I just have a nice curve with a bunch of these. Like, you can't be too upset about that, right? All right, something like this in 16 lands seems fine. Not doing that great on interaction. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 interactive spells. So I might have to play Unable to Scream if I want another way to kill something. This Cautious Survivor just seems whatever. It's just like a 4-mana 4/4. All right, I guess I'll just cut the Megalodons and just play all the Branch Snappers. There's probably some upper limit to like the number of these that I'm allowed to play. I mean, I can play 15 lands and just 4 of these. Found footage. You may look at face down creatures your opponents control. Sack this, surveil 2, and draw a card. Is this card good? I don't really care. I mean, looking at the face down cards, whatever, but 3 mana, surveil 2, draw a card might not be terrible. Because you play it turn 1. I mean, it helps fill up your yard, right? I don't know. All right, this is interesting. We have some bombs. We have some fun cards. We'll see how this plays out, and let us make some cuts. Okay, as far as creatures go, you know what? I actually don't like TCR in this format, just because it seems to me like there's a lot of manifest cards, which also act as creatures. So lots of things to do on 2, which I like. Actually, I don't like, I love. These are my interactive spells. Bashful Bestie, I'm not entirely sold on. 5 mana, 5/4, dies into a 2/2. It's fine, but I have a lot of expensive things already. I'm going to try the Cursed Windbreaker as a 3 mana card. It's got Manifest Dread, and then also I have the Fear of Failed Tests, so maybe I can get something going there. Okay, you know, I'm going to just cut Unable to Scream. I like the rest of my spells, so I'm going to try keeping this. Like I said, I'm going to play the Say Its Names because I have the Abhorrent Oculus. I could perhaps cut a Flesh Burrower. I think 4 is probably too many, so I'm going to cut the Megalodon because a 7/6 Trampler is way better than a 5/7 Vigilance creature. And do something like this. 8 forests, 7 islands, 15 lands with 3 land cyclers. Double Say Its Name, double Spineseeker Centipede seems okay. Yeah, all right. I'm going to try this. I don't know if I'm land light or land heavy. Let's just put it that way. But it looks interesting, and certainly looks better than the draft deck from yesterday. All right, now if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all these lovely individuals here for your support. Thank you so very much. Okay. Ooh, good hand here. Growing Dread, Manifest Dread, all kinds of dread. Our opponent on red-black with a turn 2 piggy bank. What do I want to play? I guess it's just best to play Growing Dread. Okay. Choose a card to manifest. Sure. Do they have a removal spell? Next turn, I'm probably just going to go ahead and play the Centipede. I mean, they get to ramp here, I guess. Vicious Clown. That's a 2/3? And it can be a 4/3, in which case I probably... Given that I drew the land, I think I can just play Grasping Longneck here instead then. That puts an enchantment creature into the graveyard. If I cast Manifest Dread, I will actually have Delirium. Gaining some life here. They did kill my creature. I have 3 types now. Marvin? What is this? Has all activated abilities. That's a creepy, creepy card, I'm just gonna say. Alright, let's go ahead and just play... Let's just double spell here. Let's go Flesh Burrower plus Manifest Dread. Let's put a sorcery in the graveyard, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Now the Spineseeker Centipede is going to be a 3/3 with Vigilance, which is quite nice. And we're at still a pretty high life total. Ticket Booth. What does this do? Manifest Dread? Red? I didn't know red does that. Okay. Okay, they have 1 card left. What is this? Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gains double strike until end turn. Unstoppable Slasher. When this kill deals combat damage to a player, they lose half their life rounded up. When it dies, if it had no counters on it, return to the battlefield tapped with 2 stun counters. Okay, sure. Okay, so everything died. When you attack, target... Are you kidding me? Double striking Death Toucher and I lose half my life? That's silly. What the heck? That is ridiculous. Of all the cards to play in that spot. That's unbelievable. I'm just gonna take like 10 damage this turn. Holy cow. Oh, it costs 6 mana. Okay. It costs 6 mana. At least it costs 6 mana. What the heck did they draw? I mean, I'm gonna block this thing, because, like, I cannot deal with this thing. Alright, it's got some stun counters on it. What does this do? Sack another creature or enchantment, put a +1/+1 counter. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice 1 or more permanents, it deals that much damage to any target. Okay. So land, let's play... There are 22? I gotta try to race them somehow. Will my lack of interaction be the death of me? Another Sawblade Skin Ripper, sure. Okay. That's a thing. Tapped 1 or 2 untapped creatures you control. They deal damage equal to their power to target creature in a... This card feels like it should be a common or something. Alright, let's attack. I'm not gonna win this game if, like, I don't get to, like, I know Tunnel of Hate's gonna be fantastic, but, like, I just can't win this game otherwise, I think. These have Menace. Why didn't they attack me? Why does it have to tap my creature? Oh, you know what? I guess I should have played the Bashful Bestie. Whatever. Does it still tap the creature if they sack? All right, we get to find out some rules interactions here. Okay, it still taps. Whoa, it was a Miasma Demon. Fear of missing out. Wow, if you're empty-handed, you just draw a card? That's nice. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I should have played this or the Bashful Bestie. This would have been able to get in for significantly more damage. Okay. It comes back stunned again. Okay. Whoa, that's interesting. I'm at 6 life though? Jeez. I'm trying to find something. But I got nothing. Am I just dead on board? I think I have to play this. And then play a land and hope I draw like a card. Oh, our streak of just never winning continues. These signpost uncommons are very, very strong. And we're just not able to... Glassworks, okay. Yeah, we're dead. They just have 2 menace creatures. I actually think our deck is not that bad, okay? I think our deck's totally fine. Or at least I'm going to keep telling myself this. Okay, on the play here, I have 2 Islands of Forest. I have 2 interactive spells, Growing Dread and Wickerfolk Thresher. Love this hand. You know, we might be able to win a game. We might be, finally. Put it on the board. It's been like 2 hours. This has flash. I hope they don't have a counter spell. I don't even know what 2 mana counters there are. Guess it's harder to get lands in the yard. What the heck does that do? When it enters, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Didn't they want to do that on my turn? I guess I can't attack now. Wait. Okay, sure. That's fine. Don't really want to tap that down. All right, I guess that turn was a little awkward because I just didn't do anything. All right, our opponent on Sultai, Wary Watchdog. Okay. Oblivious Bookworm. I mean, I think I just play this Thresher and pass. Threats around every corner. What do you do? Manifest Dread. Whenever face down permanent you control enter, search your library for... Whoa! That's nifty. That is nifty. All right, how do I want to do this? I can kill 2 things, but the problem is I'm just not even close to having Delirium yet anyways. I can certainly attack with my face down creature. Just get 1 step closer to Delirium. All right, and then let's play the Bookworm, and let's play the... What does this do? Finality counter? I mean, I'm just gonna put things in play. Interesting. The thing is, this card is just good even... Like, I just don't want to discard that. It's like... Clobbering is also really good. Is it actually just the Centipede? Yeah, it is. As sad as it is, I'd rather be able to get the worm, have them deal with it, and then play it again with Delirium. Gets a creature into our graveyard. The problem here is I still don't have Delirium. This is sorcery. Okay, well, I guess we just do this, and then just see what they do. It could be a bounce spell. I mean, I'm obviously keeping it on top. Yep. Let's see. I guess I just pitched this. It's still better to just loot and put that in the graveyard and just gives me more value. We have Stay Hidden, Stay Silent, which we are getting close to being able to cast. What does that do? What did they do? Return up to 1 or 2 creatures and enchant. What the heck? Why did they do that? Okay. Let's cast Say Its Name. That was a really good draw. Oh, I get anything back? Oh, my bad. I thought this was just like off the 3 cards that you reveal. I'm gonna get the Centipede back. Let's get a blue. Just keep it even. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have? I don't know. Always loot, as they say. Alright. This is looking very, very good. They spent a lot of mana to just get a land and put a 2/2 into play. I'm okay with this. We have a Vanish from Sight, Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. What does this do? Okay. Some weird hexproof land. Next turn I can Balustrade Worm from the graveyard. Oh, yeah, they are so dead. All right. Extra land for us. They take 10, they go to 3. Their stuff's locked down. Okay. Not always loot. How about that? I like my hand. There's some elements of getting decked out. Okay. All right. So that was a nice game where we just were able to get a ton of value out of all of our cards. And we now have our first win of the format. Look, my body is already breaking down. Okay. One thing I learned, though, is that 1 in a green sorcery gets anything back from the graveyard. So it's certainly a lot better than I thought it was, especially as the game goes into the late game. And in a deck that's really looking to get Delirium, very, very nice. On the play here, gonna slam this. 3 Forest, but we have double Spineseeker Centipede to get us our blue source. Now, we don't have a 2-mana play, but think we'll be fine, especially because we're on the play. And of course, our opponent plays a 1-drop. And we drew Forest. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target, and they gain 1 life. Sure. Balemerk Leech. Sure. Let's go get an island. I really want to get this Bookworm going. Just because I have lots of lands here. It's not a great use of my mana, though, which is the problem. That card is super duper annoying, especially because I have another Spineseeker Centipede, so this is fine. Flesh Burrower. Okay, that's good, because this allows us to go double spell this turn. Excuse me. All right, let's loot and discard Forest. Growing Dread, Oblivious Bookworm. Yes! We are doing all the things. This card's awesome. Just truly awesome. Ooh, Tunnel Surveyor, Erratic Apparition. It doesn't even get a counter, right? It's just like until end of turn. Okay. Oh, wow. We get to do just like so many things. Although I can't really attack. All right, so let's go Growing Dread. Let's look at my graveyard. Okay, I have a creature and a land. And that's a sorcery. So let's put sorcery here. Let's do this. Okay. And then let's play the long neck, and then pass. And I believe this allows me to just draw a card, right? Unless a permanent entered the battlefield under your, face down, or I turned a permanent face up. Okay. Meat Locker. Are they tapping down my long neck? Okay. All right, so they're getting in for some chip damage here. All right. So the flyer gets in. I'm down to 12. Still feeling okay. But still don't have great attacks. Alright, let's Manifest Dread. Ooh. Choose a card to manifest as a face down. Okay, we'll target this one. Let's cast this. Get an island. Let's play island. Let's cycle this on. Oh, you know. Huh. I can actually hold this because I have the Wicker Folk Thresher. Might want to get an unblockable attack in with that. So let's just draw all the cards. How many stun counters did they put on this thing? What is this? 2 stun counters? Okay. This is very annoying. They are draining me out, and I don't have a lot of removal. All right, Slavering Branch Snapper. Yeah, like I need to just start getting in for some damage here. Do I want to attack with this? No. I guess I could have attacked with Wakerfolk Thresher too. What the heck? I mean, they gotta have something. Ah, sure. Okay. Alright. Branch Snapper. We're gonna loot. Discard a forest. I mean, we're doing stuff every turn with the mana. They're just draining us, and it's not ideal here. So I gotta just try to outrace this. Now they can go, oh my gosh, this card's probably absurd. 5 mana, 5/5. When this enters or attacks mill 4 cards, then you may return a non-avatar to your hand. Okay. And they have another rare? This can't be blocked. And then when it hits me... Yeah, okay. This is... a nice deck. Nice deck. What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get in for as much damage as I can here. Okay. Let's loot. Yep. I mean, I could have flipped this over, I guess, and not discard a card, but I feel like this vanish from sight is going to be pretty important, let's just say. I'm at 4 life. The question now becomes... when this attacks, this puts it into their hand. Oh my gosh. I guess I just have to bounce the Erratic Apparition. Yeah, I need to bounce the Erratic Apparition. So this is going to put me down to 2. I'm surprised they're attacking like this. Well, I sure hope they don't have a counter spell. Because I can go Balustrade Worm and then cast Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. I'm at 2 life. And I can attack for a lot. 7, 8, 9, 12 plus 5. 17. But they have this. But these both have trample, which is very good for us. So we'll see. Because this puts 3 power and 3 toughness onto the battlefield. Oh, okay. They can go double card here. Oh, I can also tap down the 2/3. Oh no, they're gonna play the. Oh gosh, that's brutal. They're gonna play the 2/3. Yeah, they're gonna play the flyer, and then they're gonna tap down my 7/6. So I can do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage to them. Yikes. This is a 3/3 unblockable. Yikes. Oh my gosh, this is so close. Fear of Isolation was so big. I mean, I lost the Overlord of the Baelmerk probably, but them tapping down my Slivering Branch Snapper was big. A 3/3 unblockable and a 2/3 flyer, and my Grasping Longneck has just never been able to untap. Let's see how they block. Ideally, they block one of the 2 creatures on the right. That's my hope. If they block one of my 2 creatures on the right, then I can... Yeah, okay. They got me. All right, well, you know what? One of these days, I'll have like a really sweet rare. But they had some nice ones. Okay, 1 and 2. All right, we are battling against Nitsahan. Nitsahan? I don't know. Fellow content creator. Good limited content. Check them out. And they're ranked higher than me, so they're clearly better than me. Although at this point, I feel like everybody's better than me. I haven't been able to win a match of Magic ever. Okay. We have a bunch of expensive cards. I'm definitely getting a land here with the Branch Snapper. Don't curve out. You're not allowed to curve out. I have lots of 2-drops in my deck. I just haven't found any of them. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a forest here. I need a play here. Like, I need a play. At least they didn't play something. Ugh, this is brutal. Missing again is brutal. No! You can't have a turn 3 play, bro! We're so freaking dead. We have 6 2-drops. Just gotta learn, just, you know, sometimes you lose. That's all I got. I got nothing else. They have a removal, like, they probably have a removal spell. I don't even know what to do. I'm just gonna pass. I think it's more likely that they kill my thing and hit me, so I'm just gonna bounce their thing. Let's just bounce the thing that has the most power, toughness. I mean, at that point, do I even want this? I don't think so. Just only because I can't double spell. What does this do? I see. That thing's huge. Do I need to bounce that as well? Okay, what do I do? That's a 4/3. They have 2 cards in hand. Ugh. That's all I can say. I think I gotta bounce this. I think I have to bounce this. And hopefully I can find like a 3-mana play. What a beating. What a do-nothing deck I drafted. I just thought I had a good enough curve where I can kind of win with my value cards, but... Next turn I can... So as long as I can get this going, I get to manifest Dread, right? So that's really good. So like I said, if I can find a play next turn, that'll be really good. As long as I don't die. Like obviously my life total is super low. And this will put card number, hold on, 6. Okay. I'll keep that. That's a play. That is a play. So what does this do? Do they have Delirium? They're not close. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's take action. Let's discard. Fear of failed tests. Alright, we get to manifest Dread. Let's put this in. Because I want an enchantment in my yard. Oh no, I already have an enchantment in my yard. I should have put this in my yard. I should put sorcery in my yard. But this is a sorcery. Okay. It's got swamp cycling. It's a 6/5. I have the Oculus. Okay. Okay, are we stabilizing? Are we in the process of stabilizing? Alright, so we got the long neck, the Thresher. What is... Let's attack. Let's loot. Let's discard an island. Let's manifest Dread. Let's put that down. Do I have threat? What do we have? Enchantment land creature. Okay. I can face this up. It had vigilance. Delirium. At the beginning of the each opponent may sack a non-land permanent. Okay, whatever. 6/5. Do I care about the Thresher? I do. Also, I don't mind gaining the life here off the long neck. And if they 2-for-1 me with my dinky coordinated clobbering, that's not a big deal either. They have to have something? Oh no, okay. Well, we have Delirium now. So now I can attack with my Thresher and get value that way too. Oh, sure. Yeah, of course they can do that, right. Let's keep it going. Beat down. What is this, a land? Let's just draw the card. Because I have the Bookworm. Alright, I have say its name, so I can just get this back. +1/+1 and hexproof? Oh, that's filthy. That's gross. Alright. Anyways, we can get it back. I imagine it's gonna be this. Oh, I also have fear of... How big is this? A 7 something? Alright, let's just get the Thresher back. And then let's play the Thresher. Let's play a land. Let's loot. I have 10 cards left in my library. Okay. I do have to be mindful of that. Abhorrent Oculus certainly doing a lot of work. To prevent the discard, I can just flip one of these up. One card left. They're top decking. They have creature, sorcery, land. Okay. I can also chump block with one of these creatures. Like, that's certainly a thing I can do. They're at 18, so... Although 9/7, I can still just double block. Fear of Lost Teeth. What does this do? At the beginning of your end step, there are 4 more card types. Deals damage equal to the power of... To its power... Wait. Sack a non-land permanent, discard a card, take damage. I'll discard a card, I guess. Okay. I have 7 cards left. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna play Cursed Windbreaker. We'll manifest this. God, I'm gonna deck myself. I need to kill them quickly. All right, let's just flip this up. But I am dangerously close to decking here. I can choose not to draw a card. Because I draw a card for turn, that's 4. I manifest, I go to 2. Then I might as well just draw a card. I gotta go for the win next turn. Alright. I need to somehow kill them next turn. I don't know if that's possible, though. I guess I just have to discard this, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. Okay. Deals damage equal to the power who didn't sacrifice a permanent or discard a card this way. Okay. Oh, is that enough? Oh my gosh. 4-3. Oh, that's brutal. They block this. They go to 18. I'm gonna deck myself. No. 5, 10. Does this? Can I flip this up? No. Classic blue-green deck. Just draw too many cards and then die as a result. Oh, they go to 1. Oh, gosh. No. Oh, God, these drafts are so awful. These drafts are so awful. Wait, they scooped? Did they not realize I had 1 card left? No, that had to be a pity scoop. That had to be a pity scoop. Like, maybe I messed up? I don't know. I'll take it. I like... Alright. I kind of like my deck. You know what I mean? I kind of like my deck. That was a horrible hand, but man, okay. Well, let's just keep going. I'm trying to figure out what the right number of matches to play. I feel like I should... showcase what each deck is trying to do. So I think I'm going to play 1 more match with this deck and then just kind of move forward with another draft. Mythic Maria. I wonder, is this Maria Bertholdi or if this is this somebody else? All right. Gonna keep this hand here. Yeah, enchantment-based removal I like a lot less in a format where the sacrifice theme is pushed. So I don't know that I like the blue they turn something into an O2 because they can do something with the body. I like the 2-mana one still because you can manifest, but Clockwork Percussionist, okay. I'm gonna just fire off Enter the Enigma here. Just to draw a card, find a 2-drop. Well, actually I do have a 2-drop. Oh, Growing Dread, Ambush Percussionist. I am all about that life, I will say. Piggy Bank. Okay. Nice curve. Nice curve, Mythic Maria. Let's play Growing Dread. See if we hit a creature. We do hit a creature. Let's see if they have a removal spell. If they have a removal spell... Oh, exile! Oh, man! It was an artifact creature, too. Ugh. Ugh. I would have had Delirium. I would have had a 3/3 Centipede. But it's okay. I feel like I never turn things face up. Maybe that just doesn't happen that often. It's just like... So, you know, you still look... I don't know if this card's busted, but you just look at it as a 2-mana flash 2/2, and then every now and then you get a counter, which is still fine, but I don't know that it's just like a completely backbreaking card. You know what I mean? All right, I do have Delirium. I kind of want to go Flesh Burrower plus say its name. I think that seems pretty nice. What does this card do? Target creature power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Although I'm also really interested in just playing a Centipede here so that I can go Beastie next turn. Yeah, let's just play the Centipede. This just guarantees that we'll hit our land. 3/3 is a pretty nice sizing with what's in play right now. Right? Where if I play a 2/2, then it can trade with the Playmate. And this just forces them to have more removal spells. My creature has Vigilance too, so it can play offense and defense. Man, we should be 1-3 with this. Thank you, Nitsahan. giving me a little more opportunity to showcase what my deck can or can't do. This card's absolutely busted. Razorkin Horde Caller is absurd. It has haste too. Yeah, that thing's just a complete bomb. They could have given their thing unblockable too, but whatever. I'm not on the offensive here, so I think I'm going to play the Bashful Beastie here. It's a little better against removal than the Balustrade Worm. I will attack with the Spineseeker Centipede, though, as it has Vigilance. And then see what we can do from here. Yeah, Razorkin Horde Caller is a beating. The thing is, it doesn't have to attack itself either, which is what makes the card so excellent. But hopefully the board that we have... The thing is, if they kill my Beastie, I can still make a 2/2 and then double block the Horde Caller. So just trying our best here to stabilize. The Horde Caller does, in fact, attack me. Okay, so that's 2 tokens that they have. Oh, hey, I'm happy with that trade. And let's manifest, sure, a land. Innocuous, right? Okay, so they're kind of out of action, almost. But I don't really have great attacks. I have this Balustrade Worm. I will attack with this. All right. They're down to 12. We have a couple of blockers. It's a little dicey. It's a little bit dicey. Kind of want to hold this Branch Snapper just till land number 6. I have Say Its Name, which I can use to get back the Long Neck, which might be nice just to gain some life. But we'll see. They might have a reanimation spell on the Horde Caller. That would be very good. Why does everybody play this card? What the heck? Does just everybody has Leyline of Open Overlord of the Baelmerk in their deck? Is that what's going on here? Oh my gosh. This card's ridiculous. At least it doesn't do anything for a while. Why didn't they just cast it? Huh. Yep, that is a lot of value. Do I want to use Vanish from Sight? Or just cast this again later? Let's target the Rat, because I don't want to give them more like power and toughness. I will keep that for sure. All right, so my Worm still lives. This allows me to continue putting on a lot of pressure. Next turn I can like... next turn I can... I don't exactly know what I want to do next turn. I might go Say My Name just to try to find a land. We'll see. Yep, Appendage Amalgam, sure. Okay, they get to Surveil. Certainly blocking here with my 2/2. All right. Okay. No reason not to attack with both. I'm okay with this. Oh, they have a trick? Oh, okay. Sure. And they hit Fear of Lost Teeth. Shh, okay. Alright, we need to rebuild here. I have a Say Its Name, which I can use to continue hitting my land drops. I can go double creature this turn. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to cast the Branch Snapper, so let's go ahead and just use this to get a land. And then just play 2 creatures. Alright. I just want to keep hitting my land drops. Next turn I can play the Balustrade Worm from the graveyard. Also this, I can just flip this up as a 7/6/2. But I really want to kill them before this Overlord of the Baelmerk starts doing things. Although granted, I can use Stay Hidden, Stay Silent on it as well. A lot of good options here. I don't know what this does. Trample Haste. You may cast it from your graveyard if a zombie died. Okay, sure. I just don't have a good target here for Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. You may cast if from your graveyard if a non... I mean, I'll just take it, whatever. It's a odd attack. All right, they're at 3 life. I have a 5/5 Trampler and then a 7/6 Trampler. I'm at 10. I don't think I can die here. This thing I just flip over. And then it'll be an 8/7 as well. What does this do? They draw 2 cards. Okay. 1 to me. I'm at 9. Like I said, 2 giant tramplers, so it's going to be really hard for them. Okay, Innocuous Rat. All right, at least we get to defeat 1 Overlord of the Baelmerk. Whew, thank goodness. They're at 4 life. Boom. All right. Well, there you go. There's the blue-green deck. Should we have even been allowed to play this last match? Probably not. But you got to see what the deck's trying to do. Things that I would look to prioritize when I draft the blue-green deck. Certainly more interaction. We had the coordinated clobbering. Stay hidden is good. This is fine, but it's a little clunky and expensive. This is better if you're curving out the Vanish from the site. I think you really need to put a super, super high priority on the 2 mana common green bite spell. It's like you can reveal from your hand or choose something. Anyways, I think that's really, really important. The deck certainly has a lot of late game power, right? You just have a lot of expensive cards here, a lot of meat. But the removal and interaction in this format also seems pretty good. So it's not like these branch snappers are absurd. They're just happen to be okay in the late game. Say Its Name was better than I thought, but if the format's fast, then it's not insane. But look, if you have a bunch of Delirium cards, it's also fine. One thing you have to note is if you have a lot of cards like Say Its Name plus Manifest, you can deck yourself. So just be mindful of that too when you draft the blue-green deck. You have a lot of just card draw and manifesting and self-milling. You can definitely mill yourself. So just be mindful of that. When you're trying to go, when you think about going off a little too much. Fear of Failed Test, I'm not sure that this card actually gets there. 5 mana for a 2/7 is just not particularly good. I think it was cute doing the Enter the Enigma Cursed Windbreaker thing, but I think in general, like, there's only so many 5 mana cards you can play in your deck, and do you really want to just play like a random 5 mana 2/7 when I think in a lot of instances I'd rather just have a Bashful Bestie instead. Certainly cute with Enter the Enigma, but in a lot of instances I was just using this early to just cycle to put a sorcery in my graveyard just to try to get Delirium. So I mean, Enter the Enigma is fine, but I'm not going to be looking to take this super highly unless there's like a Spells Matter theme, in which case this is going to be a thing. Cursed Windbreaker's okay, but 3 mana for a 2/2 flyer is not super strong, so I wouldn't really be looking to take any of these equipment very, very highly. Flesh Burrowers were fine. The Bookworm's obviously great. Growing Dread's also really, really solid. And the Centipedes were fantastic. They were just fantastic. For a common, it's like between this and the Bite spell, I think if you're specifically in blue-green, you need to probably prioritize the Bite spell higher. But if you're in a color combination that has a lot of removal, let's say like green-red or black-green, and you have a lot of removal, I could see a world where you take the Centipede over the Bite spell, but I do think interaction is pretty important. But yeah, 3 and 2 with this deck. Deck was fine. Nothing too special. A little bit on the clunkier side here. Even though I had a decent curve, but maybe playing like 14, 15 lands with a bunch of land cyclers isn't necessarily what you want to be doing, especially because I'm playing these branch snappers as ways to get lands along with Say Its Names. So these both take up kind of that turn 2 slot of doing something that doesn't put a creature into play. And I think you can have too many of these effects. So got to be a little bit mindful of that when you're trying to balance the number of land cyclers plus, cards like Say Its Name that you're playing in your deck. If you're going to be playing this, maybe play less of this or vice versa. And then again, round out your deck with some good interaction. I really like the Grasping Longneck. I know it's not like absurd or super sexy, but 3 mana for a 4/2 card that basically trades with anything and gives you an enchantment and a creature in your graveyard while also gaining you 2 life. I think this is really, really nice if you're playing a defensively oriented deck that's also looking to get Delirium. I think this is just a really, really solid 3 mana card to play. Granted, you also have the Centipede, so a lot of good 3 mana options at green for any green deck for that matter. Obviously, the Thresher is absurd and a lot to learn, a lot more drafting to do. This was draft number 1 of Infinite, hopefully. I'm going to be doing many, many more drafts throughout the course of this event. Shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the early access pass. And hopefully I can share more awesome draft videos here with you moving forward. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel, really the best way to do so is through my Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Joining the Patreon will give you access to the Discord, which lets you basically join a community of like-minded individuals looking to up their limited game just like yourself. So why don't you check it out? There are a bunch of various membership tiers and a bunch of different benefits you get depending on the tier. Additionally, this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to make any purchases, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Last but not least, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, things like deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more. Make sure you go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.